camera. But I'm Darla. Where are you from, Rachel?
I live in Washington.
Well, I am from Farmington, Aztec, New Mexico.
Oh.
So we're an hour or two apart.
Yep. Oh, John's back.
Yeah, sorry about that. My computer restarted or something like that. I'm not sure that.
It happened to me too earlier.
So we still got a couple minutes. We still got like 2 minutes. We still got like 2 minutes, and we'll see. This is our first team meeting, so I'll be a little lenient on this team meeting. You guys are doing great already so far because you're here before time, which is great. My expectation is, to be honest, my expectation is going to be that you are here on time, not that you're early, not that you're late, that you're here on time. So everybody has lives. I understand that. Even I have a life, a company, all that good stuff. But I will be on time for the most part. If not, I will communicate to you guys that I won't be there. So I have the same expectation of you guys. We got 2 minutes. I was actually trying to do something, and what I was trying to do is something that I like to do a lot is troll other people. And I've seen some dude in some group promoting some software that is pretty simplistic. So I was essentially going to go buy that software and see what he's doing and just incorporate it into our software so he can't say he has something better than anybody else.
I've been spying on the competition all week. Looking to see what they had to say. They're really, really not the same caliber that you are. They think they are.
So we still got 1 minute. I think. I had everything I needed pulled up already, but then my computer restarted. And I had to go in here. So I see Chris, you're here. Chris, we still haven't went through intake yet. One of the things I'll end up wanting to do is I will do it to some pseudo extent for this meeting, but keep in mind I typically have somebody that does all this stuff for me and just pay them to actually do it. But I will want to try to find a teacher's pet that will be able to do some documentation on our team, especially minutes for our meetings, as far as what we talk about during our meetings, because it's going to be an expectation that we all have lives, we're professionals, but we have goals that we're trying to achieve, and we're going to actually make some progress towards them. We're not just coming, as much as I can say that the people that I've met and went through intake with, that I already like you and I already appreciate you, enjoy you, but that's not the time for this. I mean, we're trying to do some business shit and make some fucking money, so we're going to come and be prepared for that and not really so much socialize. We can socialize once we're done if everybody has time. Other than that, there's going to be an agenda that we need to go through. So like I said, I'll kind of do the notes for today and just take an attendance of who all's here. Charles, we also need to go through intake. All right, so it's 101, so it's pretty much time to start. So there's some people that are missing. So essentially, this is everybody that's on our team right now. So I'm gonna let you see their emails. I'm not sure. Oh shit, you can't see. Sorry about that. I'll let you see now their emails so you can see what I'm doing. So this is essentially everybody on our team. Hopefully you guys can see yourself here. These are the people technically on our team. Here's the people that went through intake. Wasili, you're red right now because we still actually have to finish your intake. We're almost done with your intake. We just had 3 sections. You remember the other day you had to dip out. It was kind of taking a long time because we was doing it we were doing it on a group. So a couple people, Chuck, we still have to do or Chris, we still have to do your intake. And then Charles, we have to do yours. Does everybody have mics where they can speak? I know you do, Darla. I know you do, Rachel. I know you do, Wasili. Charles,
I have one.
Mics.
Yep. How you guys doing?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Charles?
Great.
Charles is also from my team, Charles.
Hey.
That's
Hey,
right.
Charles.
Team Wasili in the house.
Yes, a lot.
So we got 8 people here. Oh, Lindsay, you're here too.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hey,
Hiya.
Lindsay.
Hiya.
hey,
Nice to
Lindsay.
meet everyone.
Sorry, guys, I don't have a camera.
It's okay if you don't have a camera, but to be honest, that's something you should have. So I'm going to ask you, one, because it makes it easier to understand who's talking. If you got a camera, we can see easier. And 2, in intake, I'm going to ask you what's your financial status. Not because I want money from you, but I want to see what I'm going to be able to ask you to do that requires money. One of those things is going to be get a camera, because a lot of what we're going to have to do, if you guys say, I know some of you guys are hip to it and understand it, but a lot of what we're going to have to do is be on the fucking internet with our faces, live streaming and stuff, and being ever present, omnipresent in people's lives, so they're seeing us, understanding us, so that they'll buy stuff from us and listen to us, right? So you should definitely have a camera. So we got 8. It's 8 of us. John, Darla, Rachel, Chris, Charles, Wasili, Swalek, and Lindsay. That's everybody, nobody else, right? Everybody know everybody?
No.
Just
Good
some
amount.
names from the group.
Okay, well, this is our first team meeting. There's a couple things I wanted to go over. There's some people missing. Obviously, I think there's 15 up. There's 15, and there's technically 7 of us. So there's 8 people missing here. All right, and what I want us to do is to operate together as a unit to serve a common goal and a function. If we do that, we will most definitely succeed. If we don't work together, I'm gonna fucking succeed, and some other people might succeed, but most likely not all of us are. Maybe all of us will, but it will take us much longer to succeed on our own than if we come together and work together. So part of this essential meeting is just to get to know each other as a group and kind of outline some general expectations. I swear a lot. I say cuss words. If that offends you, this is not going to be the group for you, because I'm going to continue to do that because that's me and my personality. If it offends you, okay, if it does offend you, what you can do is communicate it, all right? You can say, hey, this is offensive. I'm not liking this, and I'll consciously try to not do it, but most likely continue to do it because all right? So that's one expectation. I am gonna require some stuff of you guys. I am gonna want some stuff for you guys to sit on this team, because I ultimately want this team to be successful. So we all need to actually work together. One of the things I'll tell you, the same thing I tell my employees, not like I consider my employees, but the same thing I tell them, one of the most important things to me is communication, to be able to communicate, all right? If you can master that skill, if you can become a good communicator and you can communicate at a high level where your people perceive you as a fucking genius person, then you don't have to have any other skill. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to be a marketer or a programmer or anything. People will flock to you just because you can speak and they can understand you, because communication is a very aggravating process for a lot of people. So I'm going to require that from you, to actually communicate, to be able, if there's something on your mind, say it. If you have input to give it. If you've got a question, ask it. Don't wait till later. Resolve it now and do that communication. Okay, so I'm going to require that from everybody. I would like to first give you guys a little bit of time just to kind of introduce yourselves so that we can get to know each other as a team. I know some of you guys already know each other, but if you guys want, I'm going to let you guys go in whatever order that you want, but just kind of introduce yourselves so we know each other as a team.
Okay.
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay.
You guys want? So my name is Slavik. I'm from Chicago area, and what I've been doing is lead generation marketing. So I've been using lots of softwares, and that's why I joined John's group and this, because I was really interested in text in bulk and the robo contact, because that literally gets rid of like 3 or 4 softwares I already use, and it's going to save me a lot of money in the back end. But what I've been doing right now is I've been just marketing, and I've been doing lead generation for med spas, and it's been going a little slow, but I'm getting there. And that's about it for me for right now.
Okay, so
Go ahead, Wasili.
Okay, go ahead. Okay. Wasili from the Netherlands, 51 years old already. I'm now almost 12 years entrepreneur. I started with physical products, with distributing physical products in 2006. had a very successful business, and in 2012 it went broke, and then after that, 2016, and after that I started in online business and educating myself, and really good in funnel building, in websites, digital marketing, also social media. I'm Builder All Ambassador. I have my own team. Like John here, I have now 60 people in my team and at Builder All. So I also teach my people how to do digital marketing. So a few team members of me are in this group. I want to go into the bot building, automation, that kind of stuff, because I believe that's the future. And I hope to learn a lot here in the group, but also the softwares from John, like text and bulk and all the other softwares. Is very interesting, and I hope to aim on high ticket clients with software products John has. And even my reason to be here is also masterminding, networking, work with each other, and be successful with the whole team.
Okay, I'll go next then. Hi everyone, I'm Lindsay. I'm from Scotland, if you didn't recognise the accent. But I live in the north of England. So I have gone away from my Braveheart roots and moved down to England. My background is in teaching. I'm a secondary school science teacher, and about 5-6 years ago decided that wasn't for me, and I bought into a franchise. It was a travel company, and through that one thing led to another. I got introduced to a network marketing business, and then probably about 18 months, maybe a year ago, I got introduced to internet marketing as well, and sort of picked it up, put it down, picked it up, got lots of shiny objects sort of on my journey. And then I discovered Builder All, and I'm part of Wasili's team. I'm also a Builder All ambassador and certified partner. And, you know, one of the things that actually attracted me to Wasili's team was not just the fact that Wasili's a great guy, but one of the things that he had shown an interest in was chatbots. And that was something that I wanted to find out more about as well. So I've kind of been learning about chatbots, automation. I see too many people in their business that are just, you know, the business is running them rather than them having the time freedom. I think that's one of the things I've learned from the network marketing business is the fact that you can buy back your time, you can leverage your time, and I've managed to do that within my network marketing business. You know, I've built up quite a nice business there, which I still do, but I have got other plans where I'm looking for other sources of income, multiple streams of income. And when I sort of get introduced to the chatbots, you know, just through the education that I've received from Hector's groups, I get introduced to John, and then introduced to Tier 5 through that. And I really jumped at the opportunity to become part of Tier 5, because I just saw it as a great way to be in from the beginning. And that's pretty much where we're at now. So, you know, I'm looking forward to the future.
Nice.
Awesome. I'll go next. I'm Rachel. I live in Washington State. I'm originally from Minnesota, so sometimes you'll hear my accent come out. And my background is in retail management, and then about 12 years ago I started a mineral makeup company, so I still do that a little bit. And then through that I learned about digital marketing and started helping other small businesses with their digital marketing, so that's kind of what I've been doing. I'm another one who found John through Hector. I've been following Hector for probably about a year now, so I was really excited at the opportunity and excited to meet all of you and be a part of the team.
Okay, I guess I'll go next. Charles, live in the nation's capital area outside of DC. Haven't been in online marketing for a long time, and found Builderall looking for a solution for my offline business. and found Build a Raw to be a great opportunity, meeting the people like Brenny and Wasili and others that are very helpful in the group to help newbies out like myself. And I am smart enough to know that once I saw the ManyChat and chatbot opportunity, that it was something that I really wanted to be part of. And then once I saw a guy wearing a panda hat and another guy wearing another kind of hat, I said, okay, I got to get with these guys. All right. I like guys that are serious but can still have a good time about it too. So I'm really looking forward to growing and learning and helping out and all that stuff, being a part of the team.
Well, hi, I'm Darla. I'm from New Mexico, southwest corner near Colorado. Talk a lot if you haven't noticed yet. Yeah, I see you, Charles. Anyway, I'm limited as what I know in here. Actually, John's bot found me and I've been playing with it, and it's really learning a lot, or it's getting smarter every day. But after I left my job in the private sector and needed to come out and work outside, I saw that technology was the only way to go and the way to do it. And I looked at a lot of MLMs and direct sales and things, most of them scams that didn't work. But I ran across a lady in Germany that had an awesome chat bot through ChatFuel that fielded her customers for her. And that's how that I got into this and where I am now. And became John's worst nightmare.
So, hey, hi, I hope you hear me.
We hear you.
I'm Christopher, I'm from Switzerland. Pretty new to this all. Yeah, what can I tell you? I did some work for a system support over a phone for a long time. Beside of that, I did some freelance jobs like website design, graphic design, 3D animations or stuff. I mean, yeah, it was a cool thing, but then I came across to Hector, the guy with the panda hat, and then, yeah, I meet just John, and I saw the potential of Tier 5, and yeah, I jumped in, and I see the future as well on the chatbot, messaging, online stuff. Yeah. And next time we'll have the cam.
Thank you guys so much for that. Josh, what we're doing is we're just introducing ourselves to each other, so you can wait, no big deal on that. If you want to just introduce yourself to everybody, we also have to go through intake, but we'll do that later.
Okay. I'm trying to get my camera on. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, just fine, man.
All right, I'm trying to put my camera on. Sorry. I'm actually at work on break. Let me get in here. Hold on, sorry guys. Wait, so yeah, I mean, I don't know if I have the floor or not, but all right, cool. I kind of discovered this by accident, obviously, and I'm really grateful to kind of see the potential of it, because I've been in and out, like I heard someone else speaking, of different ways to, I guess, create income and create a business and follow a business model and things like that. And I'm a younger cat, and I know that, but I see the avenues that we have to distribute and market, and there's money to be made from the top guys like Google and Amazon and YouTube. And there's money on the table that needs to be picked up. And finding you, John, and the company that you've built already, and all the avenues that we have to promote your own company is tools that are limitless, and is really the next gen. I see the next gen, what people should be doing on a whole. And I see the potential, and I had to grab it, and I'm trying to run it as quick as I can with it, but also understanding everything that you do and make sure it's the same model that you want to follow as well, you know? So that's my story in a bit. I'm still trying to build myself up as a own entrepreneur business and create myself as a brand. And through that, you can use this tool to promote yourself any which way you can. So I'm really, 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 really excited.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I'm definitely really, really excited to have all you guys here. And if you don't already know this, I'm more than willing to do whatever you guys require of me that I can feasibly do to help you. And I do want to be honest and transparent. I don't want to hurt your feelings, but in that sense of honesty and transparency, the reason that I want to help you and I'm willing to do that is because I want to be successful. And if that means that you fuckers have to be successful too in order for me to be successful, I'm all for that. All right. I don't have a problem with that. But I'm not just selflessly here trying to fucking help you accomplish your dreams and stuff. I'm trying to get mine. And if that means we all get ours together, then let's do it. All right. So we all should understand that right now as a team together, there's 9 of us right here. Well, it looks like there's 10, but Josh, you're here twice. So there's now I can speak to my own genius. All right, I've already went through intake through some of you guys, and I understand your capabilities. Like, well, silly, where you're at, you've been an entrepreneur in the game for a while, and you've been doing this on your own for a while, and you have a lot of insight knowledge on what it takes to be in the digital world and be in the social world and be able to actually create a job for yourself. So us here together as a team, if you guys could understand, we're already a company, right? The rest of the fucking world don't have to understand that we don't get a paycheck from some company. We can work together as a unit. For example, a sales call. You guys can all right now, essentially, like every one of you right now could go out and get a client. All you have to do is put in a little work and get some appointments and tell the people in your team, like, yo, we got a sales call. Let's try to hook this guy and get some money. And as long as we're honest with each other and as long as we're transparent and we are all mutually benefiting, it will be a beautiful thing and we'll be able to do it. Where we'll fail is when people try to get greedy, when people try to lie, when people try to hide shit. That's where we'll start. All right. So that we should keep in mind, but we are all in a good position right now because there's 9 of us, and you can imagine that if we jump on a client call and we bring 9 brains to the table, even if we only got 1 smart brain or 2 smart brains, if the rest of the other 7 brains can just positively reinforce what the 2 smart ones are saying, it is going to resonate with that potential client, and they're going to be like, shit, there's a whole. I mean, I see a whole team of these fuckers here. I mean, I think they can do it. So it will be easy for us to go over a couple things here. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I put little pluses next to your names. The only reason I was putting pluses to your names is because it's essentially the communication. Whenever you go first, like whenever you just break the ice and you don't sit around and waste time in silence waiting for somebody to do what you know needs to be done, like a status report. In our team, we're going to have what we have in a software company called a stand-up, where we just essentially give a really high-level, fast and accurate, hey, what's up, Junior? A fast and accurate, high-level information of what we've done, what we've worked on, how long we spent working on it, what the status of that is, what we're going to continue, anything that's blocking us from achieving our task, and what our next work is going to be, what we're gonna try to do. Right now, we're gonna start those things on a weekly thing. So that means weekly, we're gonna say, hey, what did we do this week? Here's all the things from a high level that I did. Here's how much time I invested in each thing. Here's the result of that. It's finished, it's in progress, it's yielded a client. Here's the things that are blocking me. For example, I talked to 3 clients on text in bulk, and I spent 2 hours talking on them. None of them signed up because I got a blocker. I don't fucking understand the software, so I don't know what to say to them. That's a great report right there. If that's all you did in the week, that's a great report. Really short, really condensed. We can all go about our time and know what the other person is doing, how we can contribute, and how we can help to them, all right? If you didn't do anything at all, if you were a fucking lazy ass and you did nothing at all, say that. Don't waste all fucking day giving excuses on why you couldn't do this and that. Just say, hey, I didn't do anything this week. Sorry about that. Next person, I'm done. And that's great. We won't spend as much time just spinning our wheels. So that's how I like to do stuff. Any questions so far, or any issues so far from anybody?
What's up, everyone?
Hey, Junior.
How you going? Sorry, I just woke up.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, Junior, you know, we did little introductions, just going to introduce ourselves to everybody. So if you want to go ahead and do that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, hello everyone. Sorry, I'm party. I just literally just woke up. But hello, Josh, Charles, Rachel, Darla. What's going on, everyone?
Hi,
What?
Junior.
Hello.
Hello,
I met
hello.
Darla, Josh, and I think I've seniors all around in the group. But
Yep.
I'm living in Perth right now, Perth, Australia. It is like about 4:30 in the morning in Perth. I'm here with you guys to help support the group, and I'm a personal trainer and I own a personal training business, Evolution Health and Fitness. And I come across John like earlier on in the year, and we worked together on a little project. But I always kept an eye on what he was doing and what Hector was doing. And when I seen this opportunity, I jumped straight on board, and I'm happy to be here. Work with you guys to help each other, help others, and grow.
You're doing a good job. Your
And I'm
boss
sorry
on.
I'm late, but I'm just keen to be here.
Well, I'm definitely glad you're here. I mean, Junior, you can really help us out. Junior's another person that can really help us out in a lot of ways. Because one, I mean, what Junior does, he is a fucking motivational speaker. I mean, he trains people physically and pushes them to their limits to transform their body by having to fucking lift heavy things. So, and he's running his own business. I mean, he's running his own company, so he's also got a lot of inside knowledge. And so, this intake, all right. All this intake that we've done, we have to do it still with a couple other people. But the whole reason I'm going to give you guys access to all this. If you guys want me to hide everybody's email address, I will. But that shouldn't be the case, because one of the things, like you see here, everybody I expect to do this. Connect with each other on Facebook. Connect with each other on LinkedIn. Everybody should be connected. I'm going to collect your guys' phone numbers as well, because with my software, what I can do is I can take to be honest, I don't need your money, okay? I do not need your money. Now, I can take your money and I can do a lot of cool shit with it and keep fucking growing this company. And eventually, if I were to accomplish my dreams, you guys would be fucked, because you'd have a computer chip in your brain and I would reprogram your consciousness. But let's leave that. Let's leave that. What I can do is I can take the money that you guys are spending every month and I can dump that into ad spend to our products or to a landing page for the group and tell people they got to call to talk about it. And whenever they call, I can route that shit to you guys, and you guys can sell them and sign them up under your links and stuff. So you got to understand, one, everybody needs to be connected, because what I want us to do is what the fucking big guys are secretly paying a shit ton of money to do and not let anybody know about, which is really work as a group and do something called social engineering and provide social. Why'd I ask you guys for testimonials? Okay, because that testimonial is a social proof that's fucking much more powerful than ad spend. I just fucking put that thing on there and people see it and they hear you say something. As long as you're convincible and you do it as a real person, it's like better than content or copy. You can have some shitty content and copy and have a real testimonial. So it's necessary. So what I want us to do is essentially come together, reinforce each other. We can do that socially easily, right? We can really do that easy socially just by validating each other. But what we should be doing is actually understanding this information right here. We should come together as a team, work with each other, know what each other's good at and what they're not good at, so we can play off your strengths, we can build your weaknesses, we can go in and improve each other. And as a unit, trust me, we'll grow. As a unit, we'll grow. If no one gets greedy, if no one gets super greedy, like for example, to be transparent, one of my plans is right now, Darla. Whenever I start getting new recruits, or whenever I start promoting and people sign up and they do something like this, they don't come through some actual affiliate link at all. They just sign up organically. I can just assign them to Darla, because I know based on what I see right here that out of everybody, she's probably the most financially limited that really needs the money more than everybody. I don't fucking need the money. I go, like, literally some dude contacted me on Facebook 2 days ago. I don't even know him. My client that is in the porn industry, if you can imagine his budget, he's in the porn industry. Just said, hey, contact this dude. And I literally just out of my ass, I said, it's going to be $35K. And he said, hold on, I'm going to go get the money, come right back. So we should help each other who actually need this stuff. I think Darla's going to need it more than everybody. We should all know what each other needs, what our needs are, how we can actually support each other. And don't, a big thing I think any coach would tell you, I'm not a coach, I think any coach would tell you one of the biggest things is mindset, right? So for me, my philosophy is mindset, attitude. For us to be successful, it starts with mindset, attitude, and effort. And the number one thing I told you already, communication, which I feel that communication, effective communication, is going to be essentially a function where you have some variable data, which is an efficiency of your mindset, of your attitude, and of your effort. As long as those things, you're putting those in, your communication is going to be on par. All right. So why I'm saying this is mindset is important. It's really important for a mindset, which is why we should all have what Brenny does, that feng shui, right? Just telling motherfuckers, think of the stars, think happy, you know, the Austin Power stuff, visualize some happiness. And that stuff works because it puts you into a certain psyche. Hey, what's up, Hector?
Yo, I'm excited to be here.
We got somebody else here. We got Annis Jones. Annis, I don't know if you're allowed to be here or not. So
she's my content manager, so I told her to hop on so she can catch up on what we're doing here to take over the world.
Okay, well that's awesome because so Hector, we already did introductions. I'll let Hector introduce himself if he feels he needs to. I think everybody knows him. I would introduce him as a good friend, a partner of mine. On this board, what you would see on this board, I'm not sure if you can see this board or not, but what you would see on this board over here is essentially a team structure. And that team structure is kind of a model of our affiliate platform where, you know, if you refer somebody to sign up, you get some money and the person above you would get some money. In my view, every person on this call is right underneath Hector, that he is that dude and he is my co-captain and he is a team leader here that I would expect him to, because this dude can actually do wonders, right? What I can do in software, he can do with helping you in your marketing, your branding, your image, what you should be doing, how you should be doing it. Trust me on this. You want to know why you guys know about me and like what I can do and who I can help and about Tier 5 or why any of this exists? Because I've been following Hector and I've been watching this motherfucker give out free fucking content telling motherfuckers what they should be doing whenever it comes to marketing. And I've just been like, all right, well let me try that shit. And it's been working. It's been working fucking awesome. So like I said, Hector is, you guys should consider him your team leader, that he is above you guys, that he can help you and you can essentially, if it is not a direct technical thing, all right, you can kind of think if it's not a direct technical thing and it's not a dumb thing, which I don't want a lot of dumb things, you can filter stuff through Hector. You can rely on him to give you a lot of support. And if what you're going to be asking for support is going to be productive, okay? So he's a lot like me, and if you're going to ask him for support and not actually take any action on shit, then that is really fucking annoying. If you're going to say, hey, I need to do this, I need to do this, and somebody spends time with you to prepare you to do that and you never do it, that's annoying. So any questions or issues so far?
All good.
So the other things, connect with everybody on Facebook, connect with everybody on LinkedIn, because part of our strategy, part of the things that we're going to be doing is organizing ourselves. We're going to have to get really organized. I'm glad you brought some content person in, because we're going to have to get organized. You guys would be surprised of the power of a review or a comment on a post. You know, Hector goes into a group or you guys go into a group, you know what the value of a comment just on a post is? It brings it to the top of the group again and makes it more relevant. And it's really, really stupid if I have a post in second position and someone in my team goes and fucking comments on it to just move it up one position. You should be waiting until it's down the page where you think somebody isn't going to scroll and see it anymore, and then go comment on the dude again to bring it back up. These are things we actually have to go together. It doesn't do me any good if every one of you guys go in and leaves me a review right now today, because some dude looks at my reviews and he sees this dude got 11 5-star reviews at this exact same day. You know, it helps me a lot if once a week one of you guys go and reviews one of my pages or one of my pages. That helps a lot. These are the types of things that I expect us together are coming together, and we're actually supporting each each other off. So I really want everybody to connect on Facebook and LinkedIn. Chatbots, we are going to take care of chatbots for everybody and make sure everybody at least has chatbots that can accept leads and hold your leads and build a list for you so you can start targeting and trying to convert. All right. For that, you all need a persona page. If you haven't went through intake, you know. If you haven't went through intake, you don't know. If you have, you need that persona page. If you already have it, great. I do expect everybody to have some type of weekly tangible goal that they can vocalize, that they can either vocalize or they can put in words that is an actual goal of what they're going to try to do. If it's going to be self-improvement, if it's going to be, I'm going to try to land a new client, or I'm going to talk to 5 people and try to convert one of them. Goals that you can actually report on. Because if you're not setting goals and you're not reporting on them, you're not going to make any progress. You're just going to sit here wishing that you could be doing this shit that it's not actually happening.
Yep, that's good. Makes sense.
So the only other thing I have right now is all I really wanted to do is introduce everybody, make sure that you guys understand what resources are there available to you inside the Tier 5 chatbot. Inside the Tier 5 chatbot, you guys should all be inside the Tier 5 chatbot already. All right. You can all.
Hey, John, can I say something?
Yeah, obviously anybody can say something.
Hey, so guys, I think that for us, like I'm just selfishly excited about the opportunity to offer this stuff to people, and then to be able to make some money for it. So I think for you guys, just a couple of things to keep in mind when you're pitching this stuff, right? I think a lot of salespeople, a lot of marketing people, especially affiliate marketers, they get really excited about all of the gizmos and the gadgets and the different features and functions, invoicing you can do, we can put widgets now and you can put a YouTube video before they pay you. So like, I don't know if you guys understand what that fucking does, but the fact that now you can have a YouTube video above the payment link on your invoice is just mind blowing, right? Because people used to go to those invoices and they were like, well, what is this? What am I like? So now, like, I don't know if you, but here's the thing. When someone is brand new and doesn't understand the system, doesn't understand how they all fit together, talking to them about one specific feature or one specific function, you're going to lose them. So you really want to make sure that you're talking about what's in it for them, talking about, really that it's not anything, it's not a way to do things better. It's something that they've never experienced before. Most people have never had something like RoboContact where they can click a button and then leads will instantly pop up in front of them. Most people have never done that. Most people imagine getting leads taking hours or paying thousands of dollars for this type of information. So just kind of keep in mind that it's really not about the individual features. It's about what it can do for someone and how that's been different from what they're already doing. So anyways, John, that's all I wanted to share before people went out there and started pitching this stuff.
Well, I hope you guys, I mean, you are, like I said, Hector, I would consider you our team leader. I mean, I'm here to support as much as I can. I will go over and above everything I can to do to help you guys. But at the same time, I got a lot of responsibilities on my plate as well. I've got 40 mouths I got to feed. Not only do I got to feed them, I got to pay them a fucking salary and shit too every month, man. It's unreal. So, but you guys do have my time. You do have a commitment for me that I will do everything I can. If at any time you feel like I'm not, if at any time you think that there's some issue, my expectation, communicate it. If you don't fucking communicate it, I can't do anything about it. And if you come to me and you're ready to die and this has been a problem for 3 weeks and you ain't said shit, I'm gonna tell you to shut the fuck up and go away is what I'm gonna tell you. If you got a problem, if you need help, communicate that, all right? That is the key. Communicate whatever issues that you're having. If you're having successes, communicate them. Try to motivate your team members. Let's work together as a unit and we will be successful, all right? So you need to know in the chat bot, you're gonna be able to get information in the chat bot and you can do team info and I'll put notices there. You also need to understand that this is an agile company. We work in an agile methodology. And what that means is shit is subject to change. Even if we got shit planned out for a year, at the drop of the dime, business needs could change, conditions could change, and we've got to change completely what we're doing. That's how software works. We do it all the time, and that's how this company works, and this team could be like that. And don't get scared about that. Don't get scared if things are going one way and then they change and they go another way. that's life. That's how things happen. Just know that we are here to work together. And that's what I expect from everybody. So I expect that we are actually working together and helping each other, right? If someone here is not succeeding, I'm going to say it's because we're not actually helping that person the way that we should. If anyone, like 2 people here, 3 people here, two people here already have affiliate sales. I mean, Hector's already fucking done like 50 sales not even as an affiliate, not even offering even less shit than what's actually being offered. So if we can see that people are clearly having success with this and some other person isn't having success, it's either because that person is a lazy asshole that's unwilling to work, or us as a team are just failing to actually help that person. So if you are that lazy asshole, what's going to happen is you are going to give fucking money every month, and we're going to use that money as a team to do something productive, and you're not going to fucking be allowed to come. That's it, to be honest, because I don't want that. I like that whole Frank Straw stuff, the whole mindset. I don't want that energy. I want everybody here to have a successful energy, because then I'll have one, then everybody will have one, and we'll be successful. And if we're not successful, at least we'll fucking act and feel successful, so other people will think we're successful, and they'll probably give us money because they just think we already have it. So
That's right. Money gets money.
So that's
Hey,
that's my goal. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I expect you guys to. I expect you. Now, I'm not willing to blow up innocent children and shit like that. All right, that I'm not willing. That I'm not willing to do. Obviously, but in the grand scheme of ethics, I'm here to work. So.
Oh,
Hey, could I say
question?
something?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, just on what Hector was saying before about how to pitch it to people. I was pitching the group and all the features and benefits yesterday to a lot of my friends, people that I know. And I'm not an expert like salesperson or anything, but how I was going about it was probably a bit too full on, a bit too hey, I got these softwares, you should grab it. Do you want new leads and stuff like that? Instead of opening up a bit of a conversation, finding out what their pain points are and stuff like that. So for friends and for people that what would be a really good way to open up the conversation, like don't go straight in for the kill. On LinkedIn and stuff like that. Yesterday I went in LinkedIn and I connected with like fucking 20 people, and with that connection I sent a note as well. And that note, I think I put it in the group, that note said something like, hey, are you looking for I got shit off
Junior, here's the answer that I think you're looking for, right? And it's that first, if you think about how you're here, right, because of John and I, it's all about value first. Before you ever paid us $1, it was always about giving value. And we kind of knew what you needed because you're in the same Facebook groups and you're out there, so we can kind of guess and anticipate what you're trying, what kind of challenges you're having. But from these cold conversations, people don't have any clue who the hell you are. So if you just start pitching anything, they're just going to say like, fuck off. Right. So it's always about asking and building a real relationship first, and that does 2 things. First is you're able to actually create a real connection with them, but then you might realize, well, hey, this guy isn't going to, I shouldn't sell him just a $97 membership to my team. I should fucking pitch this guy on a 10 grand lead gen service, and I should create a system where I'm out there creating Facebook ads, using text in bulk, creating a chat. Like don't underestimate the value that these systems can provide either, right? So in having that conversation, you'll be able to figure out, well, these guys, they need leads. All right, well, they don't want to do it. Let me provide it for them instead of just selling them these $97 product, right, and making $40 a month. Let me make 10 G's a month by doing all of it for it, right? So I think that your answer is just to ask more questions first before you start selling anything.
Yep. Take the time and ask more questions and stuff like that. Yep.
I agree. And look, Junior. Okay, let's take an example here. All right. Like I said before, we got 13 people, 12 people, because Charles is also here twice. All right. We got 13 people here. Now, granted, any day of the week, we can't get everybody together at the same time, all right? But let's say me, I'm fucking 24/7, so's Hector. I know Wasili could probably could probably make it there because of his time zone. But let's say your local time zone, man. You fucking are a gym owner, bro. You own a fucking business, right? So the authority that you have and you can command if you go network a little bit with other business owners, right? And even I know some people would be against this, some people wouldn't. It's a lie, it's not a lie, but the story that you can paint and we can paint as a group, if all of a sudden you're a gym owner that doesn't really know so much about marketing and getting all these new clients, but all of a sudden you are because you're with these other groups of people and they can help your other teammates as well for a higher price package. You know, here's what I had to pay. I had to pay this much money and I got all this shit set up, but look at these results that I'm actually getting. The credibility that you have is insane, right? Now, even if you don't look at the scenario of you make anything up, because you don't have to make anything up. Now, I'm going to tell you straightforward, if we make shit up and we work together and do it right, motherfuckers will believe it and it will be fucking a lot easier sell. I'm not suggesting that we do that, all right? But outside of that, just the fact that you're a business owner in an area and you can make a connection and say, hey, I'm with these guys and this is what we're doing. Let's make an introduction. And 5 of us get on the phone, and at the end of the day, it's not a scam. It's us 5 motherfuckers here that could really help those dudes, and we could pitch them on like a professional marketing service that they're going to go right down the road and pay $40K for or $50K for, but they don't, because they get to work with smart people that are remote and can work around the world and leverage today's technologies to do this better. And everybody would agree it's much better to make the case in point, Hector runs a fucking webinar, and like the same shit that literally I was struggling getting people to pay $10 a month for, like literally I did an offer for $10 a month for the group membership and fucking like didn't really see any real results with the same fucking value. Hector does one fucking video and gets 3 dudes that pay $1,000 for the same thing. I mean, it's a much better transaction to get a larger thing, and we can sell that. And if we focus properly, right? I think everybody could agree. If we focus, Josh, there's so many people here in the US that if you guys can go face to face, and that's all you have to do is get that face-to-face with a fucking laptop with 8 people from around the world on a conference call to strategize for free for 1 hour, because we can all fucking get on a meeting. And what that ends up in is an impression that, look, if we are all pseudo charge $100 for our service, we just gave somebody $700 worth of fucking value to get on a call. And I guarantee you we can give him suggestions and ideas that he's going to find valuable. And if we say, hey, you can work with us, here's what it costs. We can sell that dude, and it's better than selling $99 a month memberships. Now, we should also focus on that shit, because once that's built up, we're sitting on the beach. We don't have to worry about anything because that money just keeps going in. But there's a lot more money in a larger sale item. Like
and Brenny's already doing this. Bringing. We had a call the other day, and I didn't realize what was happening at the time. But that's essentially what she was doing, was bringing a client, and got me and John. Was silly all on a call, and we were able to hammer through some strategy together. So it's already happening, guys. And that's the great thing, is you have these people here who if you're not a closer, get a closer to come on a call with you, right? And figure out some way that you guys can work together. That's the beautiful thing about this team and community, is that
that's right.
There are a lot.
We all have a team now, and there are smart people on this team, and we all have. And even if all one person's able to do is get a meeting, right? Set up a meeting. That we have a team. We can all handle it. That person that set up a meeting, that sometimes the next time somebody else sets up a meeting with a different person, as a team, we're going to be able to easily find more and more things to mesh with that person and resonate with that person. So, especially if you listen to Hector, because he fucking knows his shit about the sales approach and the marketing approach. So let's do that. Let's work together.
Oh, that's good. I'll keep that in mind, so we can have clients and prospects and shit. We can get you guys to jump on the call as well, eh?
Yes, I mean, look what we could do. Literally, look what we could do. I could sit over here and literally you could get on a client call that needs to, let's say they need a simple fucking website. I mean, let's say even they have a simple website. If you go into that and it's let's say they just need a ClickFunnels page and it's literally like 5 hours worth of work, right? If you can go in that meeting and you can show, hey, look, I've got a team. I've got these 3 other people that can strategize. Hey, look, here's here's 35 people that also work for us over here. The perceived value that's instantly going to create, those people are automatically going to expect to pay more money because there's a group of people. If you go by yourself, they're going to expect to pay a lesser amount than if you bring 3 motherfuckers with you. You bring 3 motherfuckers with you, they're going to automatically perceive I'm going to be paying more and there's more value there, right? So we should we should be doing that. This is a team. We should be leveraging that. If you can get a face-to-face and we can go in as a team and sell that dude, and all, like I said, as long as we're transparent that no one actually gets greedy, right? No one gets greedy and tries to lie and tries to hide shit. As long as we're actually transparent and we make sure that, you know, one person like Darla over there ain't struggling to take care of herself, which she's not, but theoretically, you know, we don't have that on our team. Meanwhile, somebody else is over here just buying fucking Ducatis and shit. That's when we're going to have issues. So as long as we don't do that, we'll be successful. I'll be successful regardless because I won't quit. All right. And I know, like Hector, I know I'll be successful regardless because I've already seen that I've got a friend in Hector and I've really got somebody that I can rely on that can fucking produce results. So now that I got the rest of you guys, I have no doubt. So make sure everybody is connected. All right. Make sure you're having weekly goals. Let's make some.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
I want to throw out the idea so we can finish this in the group, but if we want to have like pod calls, you know, where there's, you know, everybody's in a pod of 4 or 5 where there's a little bit more kind of these mini teams. I think that's something to talk about in the group to help, you know, just kind of keep people accountable, and you guys can mastermind and connect a little bit more. So something to throw down in the group. If you guys are interested, we can organize that.
Yeah, what about like a Facebook group like message?
I think I definitely agree with you, Hector, because if we have more people closer to time zones, yeah, we are interconnected through the web at all times, and that's the beauty of the internet. The way I see it is if, like you mentioned just before, that if we have tighter little niches, it's a little bit easier to communicate, and then if someone else is missing out on something, they can then communicate further down to the team at their own structured time. It just allows the information to pass a little bit easier if I'm understanding what you're trying to say.
Yeah, that's fucking good. You have a list of all the people in this group that I can go and connect on LinkedIn and Facebook and everything?
I've got everybody's emails that have signed up so far. All right. This is something I'm working on getting all for you guys. Remember, this is our first meeting where I mean, some of you guys I haven't even done intake with, and intake essentially is what tells me whether or not I'm going to tell you to fuck off or not. Whether I think that if I spend my time with you, that it's going to have more than a $97 a month value, because that is, I mean, literally that is not a lot of fucking money to do. Now, granted, to be transparent, one of my employees, that is more than his salary, like my T dude, that's more than his salary, but it's still not a lot of money. So I will get you a list. I got everybody's emails right now that have actually paid to be on my team. So I can dump it here in the chat. Here's a link to the chat bot in case you don't have it. I expect everybody's in that chat bot. If you can't put in team info in the tier 5 chat bot and get information that says, hey, here's some information about the team. If it gives you a message that says you're not on the JV team, then it's because something's wrong and you need to contact me, because you all need to be listed as JV team members in the chat bot, because it will also make shit easier for what's happening. If you guys are promoting and are trying to get affiliates in, and I do have an expectation that by our next team meeting, everybody in our group, at least everybody that's been on this call, can have recruited one person regardless of whether they did it or not. Meaning if you can recruit another person, recruit that fucker. And if you don't think somebody else can and you want to go ahead and help them, give it to that dude and say, hey, but I do expect whenever you're recruiting people that you actually use your affiliate link, that you make sure you give your affiliate link. Because if not, then that's not going to automatically happen. It's not going to be an automated process. It's going to have to be a manual process that I will have to do, and I didn't set up automation so that it can be done manually. So make sure you're using your actual affiliate link. be in the chat bot. You have to be registered in the chat bot so you can get information. Go ahead and make some weekly goals, like the goals that you're going to try to accomplish, and add that you're going to try to recruit one person into the group. I would suggest doing that by what Hector said, trying to create a value for somebody somewhere, trying to, and everybody here can do that. That's part of the reasons why we went over your skills and your employment, so we can figure out what you know, what you're good at, because essentially it's really easy. And it really blows my mind that like me of all people wasn't smart enough to fucking figure it out. Like, I had to hear somebody do it and then have an aha moment and be like, fuck yeah, that's smart as shit. Go to a group that's hyper targeted worth of people who just want fucking information that you already got in your head, and watch what they're saying. And whenever you can give them some value, just because it's just a comment. And then what you can see that it does socially is it now allows you to reach people and make them want to buy you shit, or hate them, or hate you, like some people do me. But
Yep. Yeah. So I'll dump my my Facebook and LinkedIn stuff in the tier 5 chat bot. Other people to
that you guys can assume. Okay, I will add that to my list of things to do. Is I will go in the chat bot, and for team members, I will make a Facebook link, a LinkedIn link. You already have an email and a phone number, and that will be somewhere where you guys will just need to go in and fill that out, and you will have in-team info. You'll have access to like a data sheet where you can go in and get that information of everybody that's actually filled it out. If you don't want to share your information with us, if you don't want to share your information and you don't want to communicate and you don't want to work together, then you don't want to be on this team, and you're not going to be on this team really long. Because if I want to be honest and transparent, well, you can ask anybody that works for me. Sometimes I can be perceived as a fucking asshole and as a jerk. One of the reasons I wear this hat is because, one, I admire Hector and I adore Hector, and I've seen him wear it. And the reason that I choose to keep wearing it, one of the reasons is so that if I'm being an asshole, you can like look at some stupid silly hat and kind of look past that. But if I feel you don't want to actually contribute and you don't want to be here, and it turns out that you really don't, I don't want you here. I want everybody to work together and help everybody succeed and push everybody to succeed. That's the mindset I want everybody to have. So
yeah, that's sweet.
I'll give you a way to give that information in the chat bot where we easily have it accessible, so that we don't all have to post it here and everybody can have it.
Yep.
I also need your persona pages, so I will add a way for you to put your persona link in there as well. And I will even send you a reminder whenever you give me that you need to make me an admin. So I'm going to give you 2 accounts you'll need to make an admin, because if you want to bot in mini chat, I'm gonna have to use different accounts, because they block my accounts like they do Hector's, and don't actually let me use their software with my Facebook account because I attacked him or something. I know why, but it's whatever. Because I left a YouTube video up of their CEO randomly calling me to tell me how awesome my training was, and if I didn't mention any other bot platform that they would promote my training, as long as I didn't let other people know that there were other bot platforms available. So whatever. It's still online too if you guys want to watch it. It's at bots.johnvaughn.io. So
I've seen that one, John.
I haven't, but I will.
Everybody connect. All right, everybody connect. Definitely connect with the chat bot. Persona page, make sure you have that and create that. Weekly goals, try to set yourself weekly goals. If you haven't been doing that, try to get in the mindset to actually do that, because I'm going to expect those things from you guys. I'm going to expect those weekly goals from you. Try to brainstorm this week on your ideal client, like what you really want to go sell to somebody and what you feel comfortable with and who you think you could sell to. You should be able to understand that based on who you know, who you influence, and what you know in your head. All right. I don't have anything else really that I want to go over other than just having an initial meeting everybody, collecting some information. If you need to go through intake, you need to contact me and let me know that you need to go through intake, which is some of you guys, Charles, Chris, Charles.
Yeah, I have to do it. Yeah.
I
Josh.
think I have to do it too.
Don't forget about me.
Who was that?
Josh?
Yeah, I got you. See, you got that negative. You got that negative right there. At tier 5,
oh, man.
Greens. Like at tier
you gotta make it positive.
that's right. So that is right. I use production matrices for everything. So
I love it.
Hey, Junior, I found a supplier for shirts for you pretty darn cheap with that little slogan.
What slogan?
Oh, yeah. Darla's been hustling.
For something that was said in his business, somebody had given him a really nice phrase for his business. And I said, you need to hang on to that because I said, that'll make you some money in promos. I said, that'll look great on a workout shirt or a water bottle. And so last night I was looking for distributors for things like that, and I found some I was looking for some stuff for a line of essential oil type products for myself. So I was looking for some packaging information, and I came across some stuff that I thought would work for Junior.
Yeah, send it to me, Darla.
Okay.
Yeah, send it to me.
So I'm also going to add this intake sheet where I will get you guys access to this intake sheet so that you guys can go through you guys have went through intake. You know the questions that I've asked you. You'll have access to that data for everybody so that you can kind of understand each other more so that you can begin to think in yourself. Even in yourself, you need to think, how can I work with these people? How can I help these people? Essentially, how can I get them to help me? So.
And down.
So does anybody have anything that they want to contribute? Because I don't have any other agenda. So I could technically say, hey, fuck off, meeting's over, we're done. So I'm done. Does anybody have things that they want to contribute?
Yeah, I got something. Yeah, you got Darla.
I just wondered if we were going to have our pricing from Dennis. Is he going to have that ready next week?
I don't know. I can't speak to that right now, and honest, and I can't really speak to that right now. I don't know really because Dennis isn't actually doing his job like he's kind of supposed to. So I don't really know right now. I think so, but at the same time, the whole nature and the model of this group is a transparent thing. It's a completely transparent thing, and it's a collective process. It is not necessarily for a person to define. It is for a collective group of individuals to all use their unique perspective to come up with an ideal that is going to be mutually beneficial to everyone. Other than me, because I don't want to fucking do that shit. I want to rely on other people to do that shit because I want to go build cool fucking shit. That's the thing. I want a collective, smart group of people that can all make good decisions together so that I don't have to be doing all this shit. I can just be building more stuff over here because that's really what I want to do. And if you guys could just...
Can I get clarity on what the question is? What?
Yeah, if Dennis is going to this week going to actually provide the standardized structured pricing and reseller and actual affiliate model, because we put that together as a group decision to decide what affiliates get paid, what they sell software for, and all that for them to come up together, and no progress really happened with that. So until that, I just said fuck it. This is what they are at the end of the day because it's my group, and if you guys aren't going to fucking tell me what they are, I'll just say this is what it is. You either like it or you don't, and maybe Hector will advise me on a better offer or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I just kind of wondered because I had some contact with him a couple of times saying, and it seems like that he bumps it a week every time I talk to him.
So
Hey, Darla, can you follow up with me? John, I'll take the lead on this. So that you don't have to do it. Darla, can you follow up with me on? And I've got a process for kind of crowdsourcing ideas that we'll do for the group, and we'll get an answer from every. So we'll get moving on that. So
That's
way.
awesome. That's wonderful. And I'm good at fundraising and some of those types of things. So that might be an area I can help out in.
Okay, let's work on that together, Darla.
Okay, Hector.
Any other contributions? I know some of you guys probably got some contributions. Any other contributions? I know we've been here for a minute.
Well, what do you guys think about putting out our services and our group up on Fiverr and Freelancer and Upwork and shit like that? Because I put on Fiverr, but
Hey,
I don't know how Fiverr.
I think that's jumping the gun, right? What do you say that's jumping the gun? Because we know our services is through tier 5, right? And again, I'm still a newbie to this. I'm still literally learning as I go. But what I do know is authenticity sells, especially in the generation that we're living in and the time that we live in. And to offer our services on a program that's a little bit less than what we are, I think is taking a step back, because what we have available right now is the tools to build up any company far greater than a company has ever felt or seen before. And I think it's Hector that was mentioning it before. The world hasn't seen this. And it's because it's been sitting on the foreground by John, who's been building this up secretly behind scenes, so to speak, creating the magnificent tools that he wants, that he knows is going to be the vision for the future, because he gets it. And we all stand behind it because we all see his vision, and we're all coming to this group together to be the next best thing and be that forefront of saying, hey, join me because I have everything that needs to, I have what you were looking for without even realizing you were looking for. And to put our services on an application or a page like Fiverr, I think it undercuts our true value as a team.
Well, hold. I agree with what you're saying, Josh, but I also don't think that Fiverr is another just social platform to get attention. So what I would say, Junior, is like you could put something like get a free, get a list of leads, targeted industry for you. And you offer that for $5, and you run a quick robo contact search for them, charge them $5, and you're like, oh, well, here's what it is. If you want this service ongoing, right, or whatever, it's the entry point to the upsell. So, Junior, yep. I wouldn't put tier 5 softwares on Fiverr, but I would put, you can run a text in bulk campaign, or you can do, you can splinter off some of those softwares as services, and then that becomes the entry point to offer on something like Fiverr.
Yep.
Or Upwork or wherever you guys want to do that.
Thank you. Sorry, that makes sense.
I would agree with Hector that there are some things you could maybe think about and put there, but I would also really agree with Josh that Fiverr is a low quality place where, now I don't want to say completely low quality, but it is a low expectation place where people are not expecting to spend a lot of money at all. And it's competitive. There's a lot of people there. And if you go in now and you're competing with people completely established, it's going to consume a lot of time for not a lot of outcome. It'd be better to Upwork, I would say, would be better. I started this entire company from Upwork, from hustling clients from Upwork. And that's how I onboard a lot of new clients, is through Upwork. I'm just like, yo, hey, this is me. I do this. And it's.
Yep. Sweet.
So, and just to keep in mind, another things that you guys have at your disposal, all right? And when you have it at your disposal, what you want to try to look for is somebody high end that you do. One of the reasons that I built a lot of these softwares is for their functionality, but also just as a demo, as a showpiece for if you're like, hey, I can build any fucking software you want, and somebody's like, oh, really, prove it. It's a showpiece to be able to say, here's a bunch of generic concepts that we've already did, so that now it will take us a lot less time to go in and build a complete custom specific solution for you based off of all these bases that we can offer you, all right? So that's something that you're able to actually offer businesses. But whenever you think about it, you want to make sure that you're getting businesses that can actually have a budget to go in and make everything worthwhile. Because at the end of the day, what is essentially going to be what's going to allow all of us to scale and make the most money is if us as a company, if us as tier 5 cannot develop anything for anybody else, only for ourselves, products that we own and we can keep money for. All right. What I do literally what I do, all right, is whenever I look for projects and I'm looking for clients for money, either they need a really big budget or they need to have a project that works in a specific thing that coincides with what I already want to build. Like like text in bulk. Client wants a fucking application that can send bulk text messages. Doesn't have a large budget. Okay, the low budget actually covers the cost of the developers with maybe a nominal profit, a 10% profit. But now I don't actually have to build that software because I already built it and you paid me to build it. So you can all go to Upwork, and if you have some skills in digital marketing, those things are things that you would actually be able to list and be able to get clients. All right. That's another thing that we can do as a group. As a group, we could all obviously go out together and look for things and say, hey, no, I can't specifically do this, but I'm the rep in this area and I work with a group of people and this is what we are able, these are the services we're able to provide.
Well, wish me luck, because I'm going to pitch tonight to the vice president of operations of one of the biggest beer distributors in the state.
Yeah, Dala.
It's my brother, so it's kind of cheating. But he is a partner in the business and the vice president of marketing, and he did confirm that they do not do any online marketing, that they do all their stuff on television and that. And it is an international brand company. It's a big beer company. So I'm hoping I can talk him into implementing at least locally some of the software that we have here.
And definitely a chatbot. I mean, we can build chatbots easily. We got enough people here. Like Hector's a genius in chatbots. I'm a genius in fucking building them. And it will not take much to go in. What we need to make sure that we need is a strategy for what the bot's going to actually do to make it the most efficient process where we can dish it off and have somebody build it. But every client you talk to,
I would ask him, because I wonder if it might not make it easier for him to check in with his individual accounts if he could zip a text message off kind of automatically and text in bulk and they could get back to him and he wasn't having to go in to every business every day or whatever. And I don't know if it's feasible or not, but it makes sense to me.
Okay, I think it's a good pitch. I think it's good to go talk to somebody at that level as long as you have a solid proposal on what you're going to try to offer them. That's not my expertise. That's not where I fall in. I come in technology. That's what I can really help you guys with. This technology is actual tech stack. So I expect.
See, and he can talk tech with you.
Our core strength.
Excited.
Anybody else have stuff to contribute that they want to contribute? Because like I said, I'm done with my agenda for what I wanted to meet. I wanted to just get together first as a team and make sure that everybody's under the right mindset of what our goal is here, and it's to work together to succeed. So I've been really transparent with what the fuck I need, and if we can work together and we can all get that, trust me. Trust me whenever I tell you that in 12 months, like what I could kick out in 12 months already, if you think about it, already. I'm essentially every month I'm kicking out like almost 4 years worth of programming every month is what I do. That's
wow.
what programming.
You're a busy man, because I've been in with I've watched you on 3 calls today.
Well, that's one of the things that I learned. That's the key, is just being online, being available, going to other groups, helping people, and keep helping people, just being out there, and eventually people will just keep knowing you. And if you've got something that's actually valuable and you're not a douchebag, maybe even if you are a douchebag, I don't know what I'm doing. When it comes to software, I can do that shit. Everything else, I'm hoping you guys can even help me with that. I mean, I get people telling me all the time that I'm not likable, that I'm an asshole, or this, that, and that. I expect you guys to be honest with me and tell me, hey, John, this is an issue. If I'm having a problem in leadership and I'm not doing a good job, you're supposed to fucking tell me that, like, hey, John, you suck at this, and we'll listen to you. I may say, fuck you, you suck at all this other shit, but that's a defense mechanism, and you're an adult, you can cope with it. If you tell me, John, go fuck yourself, I'm an adult, I can cope with it. I'll be like, that's not possible. Tried it already.
I don't know. Somebody once told me that's the way that he and his ex-wife had sex. They passed in the hall and said, "Fuck you."
Mm-hmm.
So it'll work.
So I gave you guys some homework. I'll try to do due diligence and do my part, what I've got listed to do, and make it easily in the chat bot where you guys can also understand what's expected of you, what was actually homeworks.
Yep.
Someone's going to have to be the minute taker and the documenter, though. I mean, what you'll notice is something that I've noticed developing long software is where we have group, like I live streamed one of them today. It was just a report, but we have meetings like this where we have 6 people on the phone and they're talking about a business concept and we're going over all these actual use cases, and it's a fucking 3-hour video, and you are not going to have time. Trust me, you are not going to have time to go to every video and watch 3 hours. There has to be some high level of what's going on there. So if it's important to you, you can go in, you can find it and not waste a bunch of time. So we're going to need somebody in the actual group to, whenever they're on a meeting, to make me.
Yep.
Someone's good at that. It's on their skill set. So I've seen it on somebody's skill set that they're really good at that. And you guys gotta understand.
I can do that, John.
We can pay each other easily as a group. Like I said, whenever I get referrals, I have no problem taking people that will. I can obviously understand people may want to fucking refer under me because it's kind of my thing. You know, it's our thing, but it's kind of my thing. So I have no problem. I have no problem putting them under everybody else. I've got no problem not selling our software. I think Hector can attest to this. I'm not trying to work against you guys. I'm not trying to fuck you guys. I'm not trying to get you extract a bunch of stuff for free and have you guys do a bunch of me and stuff for free and then just be like, hey, fuck you guys, because that would be us not because I don't want to do it, essentially, but honestly, that would be a stupid decision. I mean, this is fucking the internet. That would be a reputation killer. It'd be hard to do business like that. So we got to trust each other. We got to be able to work together.
Sounds like a plan.
Issues, if you have issues, communicate them. If nobody else has anything to contribute, like I said like 3 times, I've got nothing else. So
can I just double check with you, John, with the Facebook persona page, is it better to have, or does it matter if it's a business name or your own personal?
I want you to have one that's your own personal brand. So
personal brand.
That's your own personal brand. All right. Trust me. You also don't want your own Facebook page all the time to have just fucking business related shit there, because you can always be spamming that there as long as you keep cleaning your page up to make it also seem like you're a person. But your persona page, you can have all that business stuff all over the place, and that's the only thing you can run ads to. So that's the only thing you can run ads to. So you can either run ads as a business or you can run ads as a persona. I want you to have a persona page, yes, so that I can go in and have bots for you and make sure that you guys can be getting some leads and have a personal opinion that you can promote out there, because you'll see a lot, like I'm sure a lot of you guys understand who Dan Henry is. That's a fucking persona page. I mean, that's a persona page. How's that motherfucker everywhere? You don't even fucking know him, because he just created a page like with his own picture and his own name and said, hey, I'm going to run ads to this thing. So it is important.
You just brand yourself, basically.
See, Hector?
So,
brand.
So that's set up like a sort of public figure?
Yeah. That's set up. Yeah, you just, whenever you create the page, you give it your name. You put your name.
Yeah.
In. So
yeah, that's what I've got already. So that's fine.
Like I created a brand, and and the category, I just chose software for mine, and I just put my name and my picture there, and that's what I've done. I put my chatbot there. I've ran ads to it. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take like my bot or like my Facebook page for tier 5, and I'll put information about it in a post on my persona page, and then I'll sponsor that thing because it looks like just some John Vaughn person that's talking about this company and something cool about that company, and it gets an attention. Even you would be surprised the amount of people that don't actually understand that there's sponsored ads on Facebook yet, because people are not as smart as you think they are.
Pinterest. What do you think of Pinterest? Are we ready to go there yet?
I don't really have thoughts. I'm not a social person, so I'm not into marketing. I can't say that. Maybe, probably.
Pinterest is one of the platforms you could promote, absolutely, but it goes back into identifying how you promote with truth and authenticity,
right?
Which is developed by having truthness through your own personal page, and have people link through, not necessarily unless you want to drive yourself as that affiliate thing. I feel that there's more value of creating yourself as your own page and just showing love as it could said, and people are then going to be attracted to you because you're not asking for anything. You're giving them something. You're giving them value for nothing, and then eventually they'll approach you in a way. Sure, you can tag Pinterest. It's a platform. You can use the platform any which way you want, in my opinion.
I don't know. I did a page on I love the color purple on Pinterest, and I get that copied a bazillion times a day. So I think maybe if you could just slip a little something in there and not have to actively.
I think that would be of value.
Yeah,
but
I think got the name out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm still learning as well, and personally, that's one of my skill sets is being pretty well with the social media and learning new things every day, because I want to learn how the advertising works with all the platforms that we're given available. And those are all platforms that you utilize as tools. That's all it is. It's a tool. So I think Pinterest has effect, absolutely. How you want to promote it is the stepping stone of how you want to approach it, because you don't want to put yourself out on the internet and be wrongly perceived to where then it hurts you in the long run.
Exactly.
You always want to be.
And that's what I'm
afraid. Always want to be honest. Exactly.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm afraid of. I don't want to get us to link. I don't want to get linked into something that's going to have a negative connotation, because that's going to follow us if it starts that way.
Well, exactly. So that's why I feel Pinterest is I don't work directly with Pinterest. I don't have too much to add on it. But I know it is a platform that allows you to create a profile, which then has a way to get back to you and your quote unquote persona page of who we are promoting, because we're our own brand, right?
Right.
So,
right.
You always want to become your own brand, your own self-identity, and how you do that is by being honest and creating one central location, which is your Pinterest page. But you don't want to become like a spammer. You don't want to be a spammer. That's how I see it. You never want to be considered a spammer, because we're too good for that in the way I see it.
Right. And like I said, I've got one page on the color purple. I don't know, I've got 3 or 4 pages, and I get notices all day long that people are copying the stuff that I'm putting there, and half of it I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Well, and that's where we live in. People sometimes don't even know what they're doing, and as long as you approach it the right way, you can redirect them the way you want, the way I see it. There's plenty of opportunity out here.
Stick a pretty purple bottle up there, and people are going to click.
Yeah, exactly. But that's all I would add to that. If I could help you out as far as wanting to branch out to all these different platforms at once, and just to try to get as quick as our name. At least for myself, is how I see where I want to take my own self with this opportunity, is create a real foundation, dive deep. And you're going to see stronger results because you're truthful. I connected with Junior last night with my own Instagram post. So just all I'm doing was stating what I'm a part of, and I didn't blast it to anybody. I'm not trying to do it. It's my page. If you don't want to do something, that's okay. I'm looking for the people who want to.
That's right. That's great. And Instagram works so good with Facebook too. And I know Junior and I've talked about doing, certain things. So it's really good that we're all together on here so that we can network. And
John also made a good point. Yeah, absolutely. And John made a good point in one of the live videos I watched yesterday. He stated that he's willing to help the willing. And that's a good motto that we have for ourselves, because someone's not willing to help themselves, and what are we doing? We don't want. Right. I can't help that person. I want the people who want to be helped, and that's how I feel, because that's a personal thing.
If you're not going to help yourself, you can't depend on someone else.
Essentially, a smart thing is all it is. If you target the dude that's willing to help himself, that dude will fucking succeed on his own anyway. So if you just you don't even do anything, you just pretend to help him, he'll attribute it to you. He'll be like, yo, you fucking help me. I mean, that is the only dude that you can help, because the dude that's not willing to help himself, he ain't gonna fucking do shit. You're gonna waste his time. The dude that is willing to help himself, he's gonna do it on his own. If you just sit back and chill with the dude, when he's successful, he's gonna take you with him. If you're smart and you push him, you guys are gonna get there faster. So that's the only people to focus on are the ones willing to help themselves. So that's who's gonna be on this team. From what I can tell right now, we've got a good team so far. So we all need to come together. I will do my part to go in and make sure that we have a communication channel that I'll set up for us as a team on Slack, where we can actually talk. We can be able to have little channels. I'm going to set up a team project board like we would use in a software to help us manage stuff for projects that we're going to go on in the team. Because I'm telling you, as a team, if we work together, we can. I mean, Junior got somebody, Vasily got somebody, I got some people. Everybody could go out and do their own thing. You could get a person, they could get a person. But actually, if we could do that and kind of help each other with that for some time and make some progress. But if we actually work together, what we can do, like if we come together and plan and say, hey, let's do this, we'll go places really, really quick. I've been doing it on my own for a long time, and I can keep doing that, or we can come together and work together and really do some shit.
Come together.
Dennis just popped up.
But I am going to have to depart on this meeting.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a while. So this meeting's been, I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but I've kind of announced a few times that this meeting was really over, other than whatever contribution that you guys, I got time. I can always have time because I make it.
I love it. I love it. Well, glad to meet everybody. Can't wait to connect more. I'm out for now. I'm going to be doing what I got to do to understand what we have at our hand. That's the main thing, is to get the true knowledge of what we have. And I think that's the first step for myself. Know the knowledge so as you can speak it freely because you're an expert on it. And I think that's a good key to have. But I'm still learning. So again, always critique me, guys, because half the time I'm wrong anyway. But this time I'm not. I love it. Glad to be part of Tier 5. I'm out. Have a great day, guys. Have a good night.
Hey,
Good night,
Josh.
whatever time zone you guys are at. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
Good night.
You guys got anything else?
I do not.
No, that's it, eh? We could probably wrap this call up, but I'm really happy to be on board, and each one of us have all the tools, resources, and skills necessary to succeed. And if you don't succeed, it's because we're in a very powerful group. We're being led by Hector and John, some really good guys that are really out there to help us succeed and reach our goals. And what we got to do is put the work in. So here's to another big week ahead.
The goal, I want to be clear that the goal here, guys, is not whatsoever for us to lead you. Okay, that is not my goal here. I will be completely transparent and say I have no fucking goal or no desire to find motherfuckers that need to be led and really told what to do and lead them. My goal is to have self-driven people that know what to do and can do it, and have them go off and do it. Now, if among us there's people that really need leadership, I'm expecting us as a team collectively to come together and provide that. I'm not expecting to, I do not want you guys to think of me as some guru and some all-knowing person that really you should just always go to me. You can always go to me and I will help you in any way that I can, but your mindset and your philosophy should be that you're the genius motherfucker and you're the smart person and you're who everybody actually goes to, because that's what I need. I need self-starters. I need people who can actually lead themselves and be leading other people. That is the best way that we're going to succeed, right? If we're all the perceived leaders, everybody's gonna want to fucking be on our team. And if we can just convince them that don't listen to us, it's all inside you, lead yourself, we're not gonna have to fuck with them. They're still gonna want to be on our team and be going out doing their own thing. So me and Hector are here to support you. Hopefully we're all here to support each other. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for everybody to be supporting themselves. If you need support, go out and get it. But that's a leadership, right? To me, that's a leadership and an initiative to go in and say, hey, motherfuckers, I need help. Come help me. Okay, you're going out there. Now, to me, that's all it takes, right? Now, if you don't know what to do, then what you need to do is go tell everybody that you're networked with, I'm not understanding what to do. Can you guys help me? That's leadership. That's initiative. That's what I'm expecting from everybody together.
And that's what I want. I want to know what it is I'm spouting off about before I open my mouth, because words are easily put out and they're very hard to take back. So I can do anything when I learn it. I had to walk before I could run. So it's when I learn it, then I'm happy to teach somebody else. So I guess my brain's a sponge and I'll soak up anything that you can teach me. Or it's a colander and I'll leak out everything that you teach me.
Stop there, eh?
That's a great page, Lindsay.
Yeah, I like this. I like this picture, by the way, Lindsay. I'm really liking this.
Adventure. Daredevil.
Yeah, that's kind of the rules I live my life by. But I don't have anything else on the page. That's the thing.
You're an adrenaline junkie?
Yeah, well, I like to think so.
Yeah, you are, Lindsay.
That way.
What I want to say also to the people, John, is I also have a team, I think 60 people with Builderall. I try to show up with every meeting because that keeps you also very driven. When you show up, you keep connected with the people, and it's all about a team effort. When you don't show up or you miss also several meetings, then also your motivation is going down. So show up and be here and help each other. That's very important. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that I tell my team all the time too, is pat your teammates on the back. Tell your teammates, good job, you're doing a good job. Try to motivate everybody else, because if you can do that, that person themselves are going to now start to motivate themselves even more, because they're like, that thanks. Just tell somebody, hey dude, you rocked it for no fucking reason. That helps out a lot. Be supportive, be here. That's my expectation. Will I take your money? If you don't participate? Yeah, sure, but I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to be transparent on that. I'm not going to waste my time on people that aren't ready to actually do something. So, like I said at the beginning, these meetings aren't just for shits and giggles, although we can have those. I want everybody here to be clear that we're here to accomplish a goal, and that's what we're going to do.
Well, even today, I think we did that. I think we learned a lot about each other and where that we want to be.
It's been a good first meeting. So I've been done for a while though. So.
Well, I'll shut up and let you go. Good night. Good morning. Good day.
You have to go also because of the next meeting. So, guys, thank you very much for everything. John, I'll see you tomorrow. And guys, have an awesome weekend, everyone.
Yeah, you too.
You too. Great weekend. Pizza Friday.
See you guys. Hey, some of you guys have intake still, just message me and let's try to do that on Monday. Let's try to do your intake as soon as we actually can on Monday. So if
you get that Monday, I'll be in touch.
All right, guys.
Thanks, John. Thanks, everyone.
Okay.
See you, everyone.
See you later, guys. Bye. Bye.
Bye.